everyone, it's Dawn, and I was going to try something different with you today, kind of vlogging. I've got my dog Candy here, and Candy is old. She's 14 and she can't take long walks anymore. Well, it's debatable. I'll tell you what we're thinking about Candy and her long walks, but I'm not sure she can take long walks anymore. Hey Candy, come here, you're not leaving the yard, come here. She thinks she's going on a long walk. Rosie's a puppy. Rosie's only 2, so Rosie can go on long walks, and I'll take Candy and Rosie on a walk, and then Candy will be limping her way home, and she might even have sore hips the following day. Sorry about the light. I'm just trying something new. Anyways, it's our fountain. I love our fountain in the summertime. We just got it up and going a few weeks ago, and it attracts so many birds. I'm just sitting on the front porch now with Candy. But, oh great, I got all the way here and she doesn't have a collar on. I was gonna take you to the park across the street where Candy can go. I think I can still do it. I'll try to jimmy her leash around her neck. I'll make like a little noose to get her across the street. But anyways, what I was gonna tell you is that I take walks with Rosie in my neighborhood all the time, and I try to take Candy with. We have a pond that's just a couple of blocks away, and I'll go with both dogs and they'll run and they'll have so much fun. And then Candy is really wiped out, and the following day her hips might be giving her trouble and she'll need to take like a doggy aspirin because she's 14 and she has arthritis. So I tell my husband now, I'm like, we shouldn't take Candy on long walks. We should leave Candy home because it's too much for her. But sometimes I'll take her on a long walk, and when she comes home, she's like a puppy again for a few days. So he thinks that it's like therapy, that, you know, her hips are old, but by keeping her walking, she really wants to leave the yard, but by keeping her walking, we're keeping her young and kind of giving her physical therapy. So anyways, we're still trying to feel it out. If you have an old dog, she's a West Highland Terrier. She's a West Highland Terrier and Poodle mix. She looks very much like a Westie, but she has always been really territorial. Let me show you. There's Candy. Candy! Come here, girl. Yeah, she's a girl. So she's always been very territorial, but like sneaky territorial. So like someone will come up to the house and she'll run up to them and act really excited to see them. And then like she'll be wagging her tail, she'll be jumping really excited, and then all of a sudden she'll go and take like a little chomp on them. And then she'll go back to acting all sweet. So we're like, ooh. Nobody has ever reported her for biting, thank God, because she's done it enough times that if people had, we probably would have been forced to put her down or something. She's never drawn blood, but you know, once a dog bites and if someone complains and needs to get a shot or something, anyway, she's old now and she's mellowed out, but she's, I think it's the poodle in her that's made her a little bit snippy like that, or territorial, I should say. But she's just a sweet dog. She's been in my kids' lives the whole entire time. She raised all of my kids right along with them, and now she's growing old with me. You know, she and I are both like, oh, we're middle-aged now. Well, Candy's older technically in dog years, but we're experiencing, you know, the sorrow of kids leaving the nest, and we're also each other's companions. She goes everywhere with me. It's sometimes a little bit smothering. I'm always telling her, Candy, when you smother someone with your love, it makes them pull away from you. Anyway, we were upstairs folding laundry, and she had this little toy in her mouth. I was playing with her, and then all of a sudden I felt like this little pain on my arm, and look at that. I felt like the toy had a little Velcro on it, and it really hurt, so I couldn't tell if she nipped me by accident. She would never nip me on purpose. She's never nipped anyone in our home. Only strangers. But I can't tell if she nipped, we were playing, or if some Velcro on the toy, just all of a sudden it really hurt. So anyway, I have this little, it still hurts, but there's no teeth marks. It's just like this painful little red spot. So anyway, so I've been telling all of you in my videos lately that I'm especially chatty, and I thought it was because I'm quarantined and I'm not seeing as many people. And so I'm talking to all of you which is really nice because you're talking back to me in the comments, and I know when I talk to you, I picture who I'm talking to. You know, I know who I comment to in the comments, and who you know, who appreciates my sense of humor, and others who think I'm probably just a big dork or goofball. But anyway, it just feels so good to be able to talk to you guys. And it feels really, really good to have some nice weather. So I'll show you a little bit around the yard. My husband got me some flower baskets for Mother's Day, and we still didn't take them out of the baskets. He just bought the baskets to transplant in my pots. So we have this one, and it's got the little hook on it, and we've got to take it out and plant it in the pot, and it will grow really, you know, if you plant flowers, it'll just thicken up and grow really beautiful all summer. And then one here. These pots, I don't know if you can see it. Where is it? The sun is so bright, I'm not sure what I'm showing you. Oh, there we go. I think that's it. This one, these pots, these black urns, I got when we first moved out to this area like 20 years ago. And they're still going strong. Every year we plant our flowers in them. And then we have this basket here that's just kind of hanging on a hook right there. And I love this ground cover. I don't know what it's called. You see that? It's on both sides of the sidewalk. And it's hot pink, and it's so beautiful. I don't know what it's called, but it blooms just through the beginning of the summer, and then the little flowers go away, and it's just like a nice ground cover. Not nearly as pretty as when we have the pink flowers. And then one of my bushes died, and we dug it up. I've got this row of bushes here, this hedge along the garage, and there was one here that died, so we uprooted. So one of the shrubs here alongside the garage, well, in the front of the house, died. So we just pulled it out. There was like all the sticks. We'll just burn it in the fire pit. And we planted some flowers here. So it's just some flowers to make the area look nice until we decide if we should plant like a little tree there or what we're gonna do. And then we've got some flower baskets here that we planted. Here, there, and then some big pots here also. They're just starting out. I'll give you an update during the summer so you can see how thick that gets. And then over here, this one here. And I think that's all we have going on that we've planted so far. And then the backyard doesn't really have too much going on, but I'm just going to show you. We've got some little shrubs and stuff here, a little bed that has some different shrubs, and we plant some flowers in here sometimes too, or put some pots along this little wall. So I always look forward to seeing what comes up every year. You know, sometimes things come up, even if they're annuals, they'll still come up again the next year. And I love that. And now at the side of the house, we have, I've shown you in my house tour video a couple of years ago. On the side of our house, we have strawberries that we planted a long time ago and some mint, and they just grow like weeds here on the side of the house. And my husband just planted some tomatoes somewhere here, he told me. So, I don't know, we need to get like a raised garden bed or something, because we love to plant and eat from a garden fresh vegetables. But where we live, we have a lot of farm stands, but still, it's so much nicer to grow your own. Okay, let me get Candy on her leash. Okay, so my phone died when I was in the cul-de-sac crossing over into the park. I wanted to show you the park and show you what Candy likes to do there and just kind of take a little walk, but my phone died, so it was very poor planning for my first vlog. So now I'm back in the house cooling off, and I'm tethered to the 10-foot charging cord waiting for my phone to get some charge. But anyway, I just wanted to chat with you all because it's the first day of summer, and my sons went out on a big long bike ride. My daughter Paulina has a job at the local pizza shop, so she's working, And I am finding that I have a lot of time on my hands to do things around the house, whether it be cooking, gardening, walking around the neighborhood, organizing, cleaning. I mean, I'm definitely a homemaker at this point in my life. I could probably look for part-time work as a nurse if I wanted to when school starts back up. And I'm just not sure when I'm ready to do that or if I'll do that. I might help in my husband's office, which I do from time to time, but you know, that affords me a lot of flexibility so that I can work a little bit, but I don't know, it's still not the same. So I'm at this weird stage in life because my kids are older and they don't need me as much. And the new moms who are buying the houses when they sell around me have littles. They have these little tiny babies, which is so cute because I love seeing them. The people that moved in right directly behind me have twins, a boy and a girl, and I think they're just 3, so they're really little. And they like to play on my swing set. My kids don't use it very much, so they like to come over and play on the swing set, and I get to watch them. Like I watch the birds. And I watch the little kids in the neighborhood. So cute. But I was just thinking about that stage of life and how fleeting it was. And everybody says it goes so fast and that's so fleeting, and it definitely is and was. It's in the rearview mirror. And I don't really miss it. It was a sweet time of life and I did enjoy it a ton, but it's a new time of life now and I don't have anybody old enough to have grandchildren yet. Well, I guess they could, but no grandchildren on the horizon for a while, probably not 5 to 10 years. So it's just this weird space, you know, where my kids still sort of need me, but they really don't. And I don't really want to, it sounds bad, participate with the young moms. Like I don't want to join the book club in the neighborhood or that kind of thing where you'd meet a lot of new people in the neighborhood. I have friends already who live here and I'm good with that. And I'm just really putting a lot of time into my family now and into myself, you know, trying to finally take time for myself now that my kids don't dictate my schedule 100% of the time. So I've just been thinking about that, and I thought I would just chat with you all and see where you're at in your life. I know some of you have grandchildren. Some of you are exactly where I am. Some of you are a lot younger and have babies. I know a couple of you watch me at night when you're up feeding your baby in the middle of the night, and just hug those babies because they do grow up so fast. But anyway, all stages of a life are sweet if you make them, because we only have one life and we evolve through all the stages. Like I was just talking to my daughter about menopause and I'm like, it's kind of like puberty. It's like big changes occur and some of them aren't pleasant, but it's just a passage we all go through. And we're blessed if we're here to go through those passages of life. And I'm determined to make them positive and just embrace each stage as I go through it. So anyway, that's just what I wanted to chat with you a little bit about today. Share some thoughts, I guess. And I wonder if you like this kind of video. If you do, let me know. It's very erratic and all over the place. But if you do like this kind of video, I could try to make some vlogs that are really kind of off the cuff every now and then, where we just talk about a topic and no ring light, nothing special, just me and my iPhone and you. But let me know. And if you do, I'll continue to try to include videos like this. So anyway, thank you for spending some time with me. And I hope you all have a very blessed and beautiful day. I'll see you next time.